This is almost an apt resting place for the late Samuel Kimani Wachira, as it is the last place he spoke his final words to his family members on the 28th of May, 2021, after he climbed down from a macadamia tree, began convulsing and died 3 days later. If his name does not sound familiar to you, then perhaps his face may ring a bell, or his tragic life story. On the night of 19th February 2018, Kimani was wheeled into theatre at Kenyatta National Hospital KNH, and his brain was opened up by surgeons, only for them to later realize that he was the wrong patient on the operating table. The error in identification saw surgeons confuse then 37-year-old Kimani for a 36-year-old man named John Nderitu, who was also at KNH for a brain surgery to remove a blood clot in his head after he was involved in a hit-and-run accident.
At the school where he used to work, he failed to go home. He was found somewhere by the roadside in a bad state. We don't know who picked him up and took him to Kenyatta. That is where he was operated on by mistake. The hospital did not inform us that surgery had been performed when we reached the hospital. We found him with a big bandage on his head.
As Kimani's story captured national and international headlines over the botched surgery, what many people did not know is that he passed away quietly in 2021. He died as a man who was battling trauma and memory lapses, according to his family. NTV has obtained a copy of Kimani's death certificate, which reveals that Kimani died of status epileptics, which are multiple or continuous seizures that last more than 5 minutes without recovery in between. He also suffered a convulsive disorder as a result. Further, he suffered from aspiration pneumonia, which occurs when food or liquid is breathed into the airways or lungs instead of being swallowed. Finally, he suffered from aspiration cardiorespiratory arrest, which happens when there is life-threatening obstruction to the airway. A neurosurgeon who spoke to the nation on condition of anonymity and who is familiar with the case of the late Kimani reveals that the interference to Kimani's brain during the botched surgery could be related to the seizures that Kimani experienced, explaining that the status epilepticus and convulsion disorder as the cause of death is not surprising, considering the trauma that his brain experienced during the surgery. The doctor, however, adds that the epileptic attacks could have been aggravated by other lifestyle habits.